Hey everybody, welcome back to Real Estate Television. We've got a great episode today. We're going to answer the age-old question that apparently a lot of people have been asking, over 500 million hits in this debate of should I rent or should I buy? It's a drum roll worthy question.
It's a big one. So, it's a good one. It's a good question, actually.
There's a lot that we can get into about it. We got both the lender, myself, Michael Shannon at Willow Bend Mortgage in Southlake, Texas, and we've got our realtor from Southlake, Texas, Hunter Akers, with us again today. And so we're going to kind of just we're going to go into it, guys. So we've got the Google should I rent or buy, asked it, and as you can see, there's many options as to where you can go for information. Of course, Bankrate, NerdWallet, the guys with the high SEOs are at the top. But you see Dave Ramsey down here, the same guy who told you that reverse mortgages are a scam. You got a lot of people that
blanket statement.
They're at the top because of their SEO, has nothing to do with the validity of the information that they're giving you. And so the issue with it is you come down here and you see it's better to rent than to buy in today's housing market. All right, let's get into it.
Let's make sure they know what they're talking about.
First page of Google. Let's get into it then.
And this is by CNBC.
CNBC. This is a realty check by Diana Olick. And we're just going to get into it. Is she correct? Can she speak for every single person living in the United States? Come to find out, we'll get to the numbers of it and everything. No, she was completely wrong when she wrote this article. And in fact, if you read it and didn't do anything, we're going to show you exactly what it was. If you decided to lease that one extra year, if you decided to rent forever because you just read this, now without talking to a lender, without talking to a realtor, because Diana says so, you don't need to buy, it's better to rent. Boom, you're done. So let's get into it. Let's run through it. So she published this it was updated on September 11th, but it was published September 5th, 2018. Okay, so now I'm not going to buy, I'm going to rent. Let's get into it. What happened to interest rates from September of 18 to 6 months, 12 months? We'll take a look. So right here, we've got our rate chart for 30-year mortgage rates. 2018. Heading into summer. Boom. So there it is. September 6th, right there. Interest rates were at 4.54%. So, again, you're smart. You've read her article. Without even talking to a lender, without even talking to a realtor, you've done your research. Boom, it's on the first page of Google. She knows what she's talking about. I'm renting. Sign me that lease. Okay, from that day, instead of you locking in your contract, locking an interest rate with me on the lending side, let's see what happened to interest rates in the next 6 months. Let's see what would happen. Went from 5.4. 2 weeks later, you're at 4.65.
That's just 14 days, guys.
October 11th, 1 month later, you're at 4.9. So in a mere 2.5 months, you have gone up 0.5%.
So you've been lied to.
You've been lied to. You did your research and got lied to, basically. Again, this has nothing to do with us telling you buying is better than renting. It's us telling you no one knows what interest rates are going to do, what your financial situation is, and the last person on earth that I would go to for advice is some person doing clickbait on the first page of Google.
But there's something that we need to get across here. Someone that works for a legitimate source is making unfactual statements. And we're not trying to sell you anything. We're literally just showing you facts of how that's
you listen
incorrect.
To her. You listen to her. You went from the mid-4s to almost 5 in less than 2 months. Less than 2 months, and that's a substantial increase. But again, you listen to her. You've made 1,000 upon 1,000 upon 1,000, if not tens of thousands of dollar mistake. Talk to the experts, apply for a loan. Do not get into this clickbait gimmick. I know the answer. I know everything. Renting is better than buying. No, there's people who should be renting. There's people who should 100% not be.
Let's situational.
Let's get into it. So we're going to run through a real world scenario. I've loaded a total cost analysis using Mortgage Coach. And so what we're going to do is run you through a scenario with what had happened. So let's just say you decide to wait 12 months. You read your article. You're super excited, and you know for a fact that renting is better than buying. So boom, you're ready to attack the world.
Google just told you.
Google told you. You're done. So you say, no, Mike, I don't want to buy now. CNBC told me I'm good. I know you're lying to me. I know you're full of crap. Renting is better.
Quit selling.
Here we go. Yeah, quit selling me. Okay, fine. So you come back to me in 12 months. Interest rate has gone from 4.5 to 5.5. Now I'm talking 12 months. You saw how interest rates in 2 months went up half a point. We're not over exaggerating. We're not doing anything unreasonable. We're not jumping 3 points. We're not jumping 4 points. 1% interest higher. 1% interest higher. That's it. 1 point. Your house that you were originally buying for $350 when you called me originally and said, hey, Mike, I want to buy this house. Can I get pre-approved? Is now appreciated 4% on average. Could be more, could be a little less, but it's appreciated. It's not going to be $350 anymore. So we estimated a 4% increase. Now your sales price is $364,000. Same exact house you could have owned a year ago. Now it's just more expensive because while you were renting, the owners were letting that appreciation come their way.
Absolutely.
You were losing while they were winning. Now you're coming back to them to buy the same exact structure for that much more money.
You're already 14 grand down.
You're already losing right off the bat just on the fact that you have to buy more house. Now, let's say you were qualified at $350 and that was your max. You have the same job, the same salary. What changed? Interest rates have gone up a point. Unfortunately, I can't pre-approve you for $364. I told you at the time you were at $350. You're still at $350. Now you're in a different neighborhood.
You're in a completely different house.
Now you're in a different house. Now you can't buy that house anymore. What happened? Interest rates went up. Nothing that you did. You've got the same great job. You've got the same great credit score, same amount of debt. Now you can't buy that house. What happened? You decided you needed to rent instead of buy. That's all that happened. So let's keep moving along. Let's get into the real numbers. So, in the scenario of buying now, as opposed to waiting 12 months, we have a monthly savings. Now, mind you, again, this is the same exact house. Monthly saving of $295.52 a month. Over 5 years, that is almost $13,000 in 5 years that you've been able to put in your pocket, invest, do whatever you want to do. You're not sending it because, again, you're buying the same exact house. It's more expensive and interest rates have gone up. Nothing to do with how much you're putting down. Nothing to do with your financial package. Everything else is the same. You're the same person, same great credit, same job. You've now lost out on $13,000 because you're sending it to the mortgage company instead of doing whatever you want to do with it. Monthly payment is $300 more a month for the same exact house. And what about this, Hunter? What's the interest difference? Check that out.
Your difference in 10 years is what is that, $36,000?
You're going to pay in interest, purely just the interest cost. Not what you're saving.
Man.
Not anything like that. Just the cost of the loan. $129,000 versus $166,000.
So if you could add all those up, if you do 14 grand of price change, if you do 13,000 in savings, I mean, that's almost 30 grand right there, another 30 grand. You're literally holding yourself back $60,000 to wait.
That's actual cost. Now, here's the other part of it. That $350,000 house that became $364,000 in 1 year, you 5 years later are losing 4% on that every single year. Because 2 years from down the road, it's not appreciated $364,000. It's now 4% of $364,000.
And let me get something straight about renting versus buying. When you are paying a mortgage, you own that. You own it. It's yours. When you're renting, you don't have any equity. You can't roll over.
Your debt's not going down. You're not doing anything.
You can't make a profit off anything. That 4% appreciation, and if you don't own it, it won't go towards you.
You can't do anything with the property you're renting. You can't rent it out. You can't sell it and buy the next one. You can't do anything. So our point is do not get fooled by these online fake clickbait articles and YouTube videos and whatever. The point is everyone's financial situation is different.